So Akon has got himself in trouble, and I want to play, the clip that got Akon in trouble with a lot of Black American people because no one knew who Akon was until he came out with music over here. Now, Akon was born in the United States. He was not born in Senegal. All he knows is the experience here in America. Yes, he come from Senegalese parents, but he grew up here in the United States. First time I heard Akon, he was on a Young Jeezy track, Soul Survivor. It's the first time I ever heard Akon. And I thought, okay, sound pretty cool. Who's that brother, But from what I was told, Styles P is the one that gave him a chance. Was no one in Senegal. It was Styles P. But let's go on and listen to Akon here and what he has to say and why a lot of brothers and sisters here in America got a problem.
Yeah.
We a little different when it comes to stage presence. Now in America, oh yeah, them niggas gonna be wobbling, pants hanging half down, bored as hell, half asleep because they high as hell on stage.
Yeah.
Well, the issue is right there. You can just go back to look at some of Akon's performances. Akon, your pants was underneath your butt too, Akon. I remember that. Akon, you had your record label was called Convict Music. What are you talking about? And you didn't even change the label. You everything you talking about, that was you, bruh. And then you sitting up here saying the N-word, kind of like separating yourself. But I'm gonna address the separation and why he feel like he needs to do that. But let's continue.
Africa, we wake up morning like look at these YouTube clips of all these kids from Uganda and how they be, you know what I'm saying? Like these kids are performers. Like so, for us, it comes natural, like to watch the kids from the African.
Okay, so it would be some people like showing all these clips of Michael Jackson and Prince and all our great performers with stage presence and just the awesomeness of a lot of our artists. That's not why I'm going to go, because that's too easy. That's too easy to debunk him on that. I noticed ever since he got his new hairline from Turkey, he didn't act like he didn't got a new superpower all of a sudden. I mean, I understand, bro. You happy with your new hairline. I get it. But if you act like that, shoot, get the old Akon back then if you act like that. But this is the issue. Akon has an inferiority complex. What do I mean by the inferiority complex? Akon and a lot of those, only to this apply to, some Black immigrants have a inferiority complex because if they were born in America, let me say that, if they were born in America, when they go back to their homelands, they're not viewed as African per se. They're viewed as American because they speak like us. They dress like we dress. They know the lingo. They know everything. So they looked at as an American. So since people like Akon, I'm going to keep it on Akon. I'm not going to do the white people thing because I hate when our people start doing the white people thing. Like he's the representation of everybody. No, he's not. He's the representation of himself. When he goes back to Senegal, anywhere, yeah, they may accept him, but he's still an American. He's not really Senegalese like that. And he knows that. So he got to try to prove extra hard that he's African. Instead of just accepting he's an American that was born here in America, he got to try to separate himself and say, oh, see, Africans do this and Africans do that. Bruh. First of all, Akon, let's go back here. Akon, you wouldn't have a career, wouldn't be for Black America. Nobody in Senegal put you on, bro. Nobody in Senegal even try to fool with you now. And wasn't it too long ago your business partner just went to a federal judge to freeze $4 million in assets because he was talking about some finessing, allegedly finessing with this Akon City thing. Then you came in with Akon. Last time I checked, it was only worth a penny per coin. Well, what happened to this futuristic Akon City thing that's supposed to be happening in Senegal? What happened to that, brother? You have a whole lot more things going on. You came out with a new record. Heard that record didn't do too well, so you mad at black Americans because your record didn't do well? I mean, I don't know. But the fact is, this inferiority complex that people like Akon have, like, listen, there was no black American in that room. Why you bringing up, you don't have to put down black Americans to talk about African music. I understand that we are the culture. Trust me, I understand that more going to the African continent than actually just staying here. And there are people like Akon that's jealous of that. They don't like that black Americans are the culture. In order for us to get that, we had to go through a lot of pain and suffering, and we're still dealing with a lot of pain and suffering today, Akon. I really don't hear you standing up and doing a whole lot in the black community anyway. You dismiss slavery. It wouldn't have been for slavery, you wouldn't have got any kind of career. Because without us going through slavery and all the things we went through all the way up to the civil rights movement and it had some freedoms there, you wouldn't have been allowed to your parents would have been allowed to come over here where you got a start in a career. So instead of saying, you know what, I appreciate, what black Americans have done, we're not saying to kiss our butt. That's not what we're asking. But saying just respect the culture, brother. That's all. And notice we don't go disrespecting nobody in the African continent. We don't even do that. We don't do it. But the inferiority complex, and I kind of noticed that, because either you have an inferiority complex or there's a little jealousy about our position. Because if you notice some, not all, when they get a little shine, ooh, look at us. And we're like, okay, that's a nice song. It's all good. No problem. We cool with it. We don't act like that. Oh, he's talking about, like, Akon's up here talking about how black people dress and being high and all that. Dude, there's drugs on the African continent too, bro. People getting high there too, bro. Like, what are you talking about? You got in Ghana, Kumerica. You know what I'm saying? They doing Chicago drill music in freaking Ghana. Look at all y'all artists you talking about. They're not dressing in African traditional clothing. Burna Boy and all these other ones, they're not dressing in African traditional clothing. They look like American artists. Like I'm just trying to understand. Like, even Akon himself, he's not wearing Senegalese clothing. Even in this doggone interview, he's not dressed like that. So how you gonna talk down on us, but you're not showing us how to do it within your culture? You're not showing us. That's what I don't understand. You ain't got to put down the culture that built you up, bruh. That's it. I don't know what you're going through, but why we always got to be talked down upon when we didn't do you nothing? And that's not his first time doing that, because he went on Vlad talking about how we need to get over slavery and all this other stuff. Like, dude, you have no right to talk about what we need to get over. We're not talking about nothing in Senegal because we don't got no place to talk about that. You need to just focus on what Senegal got going on. You should be thankful for the career you have received. See, the thing is, and then this the thing. When black Americans start checking you, don't start crying, talking about, oh, well, we all brothers, we all sisters. When you the one, Akon, should be pushing more of a brother-sisterly role, right? But you're trying to push a separation. Oh, look at the kids in Uganda. They doing this and that and the third. Also about Uganda, Akon, something else I just read. They gave you land in Uganda to build something, Akon. They were complaining that you didn't go do a thing on that land. You didn't build a thing that you promised when you went over there with the president. They gave you some land. You didn't do a freaking thing, bruh. What happened with that, Akon? I mean, you got a lot of unfinished projects, but you sitting up here talking about black Americans and talking down on. Because I mean, the way you said it no different than, like, talking about the N-word. You said it no different than a white man would say that. You said them N-words. Like, really? And that's the culture that you came up in. You had no problem mimicking that culture to get a career. All of a sudden, now you all brand new with your new hair. I'm really black American with your new little hairline. You know, black folks when they want to talk down, they gonna say little. Your little hairline. Now you got your little hairline, and you think you're better than everybody. But Akon, stop, bro. Just go ahead and stop. This is funny to me at this point, but Akon and people like him, like they say, they either have an inferiority complex because they don't feel like they're African enough to the people over there, or some of them are people like Akon kind of jealous that we are the culture. You can make your money off the culture, but secretly you really don't like that. Well, Akon, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know what to tell you, but just take your new hairline and go on, man. This is because what you going is fixing with black America don't fool with you at all. In the moment black America don't fool with you, nobody gonna fool with you. I promise you that, bro. I promise you. You don't want that problem. You don't want that problem. But let me know what y'all think about, Akon here with his new hairline. And he's got all this stuff to say with his new hairline. And his new album flopped, by the way. And like I say, he probably mad about that too. That maybe he felt black America should have supported him more, but I don't know. Y'all let me know.